everyone, it's Di here from Di's Den and welcome to another video. This week I'm going to show you how I made this. It's a little goodie box and it's used in the country birdhouse. Now obviously the tutorial is going to be a bit like what you need, including this set. You do need this bundle to make this card, and this bundle comes with the stamp set, which we are only going to be using the little bird, which I'm going to show you how I actually coloured him in, and the dies. The rest is up to you. Oh gosh, what's that on the back of that die? No wonder it's not sticking very well. So to make this, you're going to need these three little, let's bring this in so you can see, these three little flowers plus this leaf, the main part of the bird cage, bird house, along with these three triangular shaped pieces. So that's the roof, that's like trimming there, and this is the scallop bit there, plus this piece here, which is the bottom. So I will tell you how much it all comes to, like paper wise that is, but I'll show you. I'm using, as I said, the Country Birdhouse out of the book. Now this is in Australian pricing, so if you're in Australia, the Country Birdhouse set is, I don't know, oh dearie me, where is it? Oh, here we go. The bundle is $81.75 Australian dollars, that is, for this, for the stamp set and the dies. And then I used this paper here, which is the Country Woods Designer Series paper. So, and that is $21.75 Australian. So that's what I'm using for this one, and I'm not using Pool Party, even though that's got Pool Party in it. I'm actually using Lost Lagoon for this card. Okay, so let's pop that over there and let me show you what we need. Now I've done half of the birdhouse because you do the front and the back the same. So I've done half because you don't need to see me do two. So for the birdhouse, you're going to need two pieces of, one piece of card that measures 5 7/8 by 8 1/4, and one piece of Designer Series paper that measures the same, 5 7/8 by 8 1/4. I've got a direction on mine, so you do have to be careful if you've got a directional paper. This one was out of the same set. This one I did for my Colour Creation blog hop. That's why it's all in the Daffodil Delight. So you pop that back up there. So I've done that. So you've got one in cardstock and one in Designer Series paper. Then you're going to need just some scraps to do the main part of the roofing, and out of the paper that you had, your cardstock, you will get your small edging and your ledge for both of them. Then you'll need a little bit of white, approximately, let me see how much that is, yep, approximately the same size as that, 2 inches by 2 1/4 inches to do your scalloped piece, which is going to go in there. All my other pieces are in here, which I have done the little hole here and the little perch. So, and I've got all my flowers and my birds all cut out ready. But I will stamp a bird and show you how I coloured him. So let me pop that away. Let's pop them over there for a moment. And then for the little box piece itself, you need a piece of card that is 3 inches by 3 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and that's all you need. And it can be filled with all sorts of things. So as I said, I've already done half of this box. I just didn't feel that you needed to sit here and make two parts up. So So as we are going to get stuck into this, I'll pop that over there because that's for my stamping. Okay, you're going to need to glue these two pieces together. So let's see if we can get glue out of here, because it's been a funny old day today. It's cold out there again, and yet here we are in spring. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to glue my designer series paper piece to my cardstock piece. Oh gosh, I went off the edge there. Look at that. Like so. Lining it up perfectly. So it should line up perfectly because they were cut from the same die. Once you're happy with the way it's lined up, let's make sure, yep, give it a nice press down. Then we're going to glue our, and I can only glue with glue, not an eraser, my ledge piece of the birdhouse onto the bottom here, along this bottom edge. So that's on there nice and neatly now. So we're going to then put our scalloped piece in, because this is easier to do first, because I will show you this little thing along here. Let me get something to point with. Here we go. Along here you'll see that you've got like a little dent, like a little piece that goes in on each side. That is where this piece here fits in, so that fits onto there. If you put one side on and press it down, then bring the other one over and match it up so that that's matched up with the same sort of thing on the other side. Then you can just press that down nicely. Okay, then we're going to put our roof on. And that matches up nicely with the edge piece ones. So it matches up really nicely with those edge bits just there and there. Once you're happy with that, we can press that down too. And then our little bit of trim actually goes, so this bit of the trim here, this end bit here and here, sit on top of that piece there and there. So I'll put a bit of glue onto this one. And then we can match that one up there and match that one up just over there, and then push that down nicely. Once you've done that, oops, we moved that a little bit, didn't we? That wasn't very clever, was it? We've got that on there like so. So that's the front of our box and that's the back. So you've got to do that twice. This one's the back because my paper slipped up when it was in the die cutting machine. So I was really not very happy with that, but I thought, oh, I'm not going to cut it out again. That's going to be the back. So we've done that bit. So now we've got in here, we're just going to find these round pieces. Now this round one cuts out the middle, but I didn't want that cut out really. So I'm just going to move all these out of the way, put them all back in there. So what I did is when I popped this on the front for my birdhouse, I pop the back in. This time I think I'm going to leave it out because that's the smaller of the dots. So let's pop that over there. The large dot, which is in the set too. So these are in the set for you to cut out. Those underneath, so it looks like a little perch. Okay, so once we've done that, we can pop them on one side for a moment and let them dry. Let me put my pin in there. That's it. And we will work on our box part. Alright, so we're going to bring in our scoring board and we're going to score this on the long side at 2 inches and 3 1/4 inches. Then we're going to turn it onto the short side and we're going to score this at a 1/2 inch and 2 1/2 inches. And that's all the scoring we're going to do. That's pretty good on the scoring side. Okay, so let's see if I can get everything back in place. With this, we've got these 3 sections and we're going to cut at that 2 inch score line and notch it in. And we're going to do the same at the 3 1/4 inch score line and notch it in. I'm going to turn it around and do exactly the same on the other side. Let's get rid of those bits. Stay over there, you. And then we're going to just fold and burnish all of these score lines. Oops. So once we've done that, we're now going to bring in our double-sided tape, which is the only thing that you do need. You can do it with wet glue if you wish, but you're going to have to sit there a bit longer. And I didn't think we needed to sit there any longer. Now these are 1/2 inch size, so you will need to have your your double-sided tape to match these. And my designer series double-sided tape is 1, 2, 3/8 of an inch. I have got 1/2 inch, but I don't know, I can't seem to find it at the moment. I've been having a bit of a tidy up and I've probably tidied it up so much that I can't even find it anymore. Okay, so now we're going to bring in our 2 pieces of our birdhouse. And we're going to pop these pieces under and take off just that middle section of the tape. And we're going to lay this on here. Now I'm going to line this up so that I can see where this is going. So we want it to be so that this section here lines up with this section here. So if I pop that nice and straight there, at that line there, I mean this is up to you, you can eyeball it all you like, and you can see that it is 1, 2, almost 3 there, 1, 2, just over 3 there. So we just need to move it along a tiny bit more so that it's 3 on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Once you're happy with that, we can press that down, turn it over and give it a good press down. We're going to turn it around the other way and do exactly the same thing once again. So pull this one off and we're going to line that up again like so. And we know that that's 3 now, so we can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep, we know that it's going to be lined up nicely. Let's get rid of those two bits. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to glue up the sides. So we're going to pop the tape off of one end, one side, whatever, and we're going to bring this up and we're going to line this edge here of the box up with the edge of this birdhouse. Once we've done that one, we can do exactly the same on the other one. And then we can press them down nice and tightly. And then we'll do exactly the same on the other side. This is the little bit that's a little bit fillier. It's getting that off. So we're going to line that up along that side and then line this one up along this side of the birdhouse. And once we've done that, we can then press that down nicely like so. And we have our birdhouse gift box, goodie box, gift box, whichever you wish to call it. So that's our main part of it done. Let's pop that out of the way and I will show you how. I've got all my bits here. Let's pop them out. I've got 2 birds. I've got 1, 2, 3 sets of 2 leaves, and I've got some red flowers, some white flowers, some yellow flowers, a few more red ones, and a pink one. Only one pink one? Only one pink one. Well, that's okay. So we're going to stamp this. Well, we are going to stamp this, but I'm going to have to go and get my ink. Fancy leaving the ink behind. The worst thing you can do, isn't it? Okay. I'm only going to stamp one, because I've already got to, and I'm not going to cut it out, but I will cut it out later on. I can't say cut it out and give it to Mum, because unfortunately Mum's not with us anymore. Okay, so I used dark Cajun craze just for his beak and his little feet. Then I used balmy blue in the dark, and I used the small end, the chisel end, because I only want a small piece along here. So the small end, the writing end, I think they call that the writing end. I don't know, it doesn't actually say. Just to do down there in his wings, like so, and along his tail. So I was happy with that. I brought in the light balmy blue, and using the brush end, I actually went right over the whole lot, like so. Then I went over him with the dark one, wrong end, once again, just to, so that it does actually bring it out. Once it's dried, you will actually see a much better effect. So that's how I coloured in my bird. As you can see, you can actually see the 2 variants in colours just there. Alright, so let's pop that out of the way. Let's bring in our bird cage and we will start to do a little bit of decorating. So I'm going to start with a red one, and just pop a little bit of glue on the back, pop in my leaf over the top, Make sure I put that on the right way up, yep. And then I will pop, oh, I won't pop that one up. I will leave that one flat. Putting a little bit of glue all the way around and gluing the flower just on the edge here. I'll do that one, and I will do one at the top here in red, I think, yes. A little bit of glue in the middle. Oops. The leaves on the back. Oh, stand still, leaves. And then a little bit more glue. And pop that at the top. I popped, because I didn't put that right at the very top, like I didn't put the glue all the way up the top of the leaves. Then I'm going to use this white one for my other one down this end. Oops. Then using my small dimensionals, I then popped on the back of these, and I'll do a pink one, a yellow one, and get off my finger, a white one to start off with. Like so. You can arrange your flowers any way you like, and as many or as little as you like. And then I will go around again. I've got a pink, I don't have a pink anymore, so a yellow, a white, and a red. Come here, come here. So I'll mix it all up so we got some nice colourings all the way around. A red one there. A yellow one up here. And the white one down the bottom. Oops, get over there. That's it. Right, oops, he's hanging off the end a bit, so I'm going to have to move that one. We can't have that hanging off the end quite that much. So let's move him up a tiny bit. That's better. Okay, so I'm going to put my gems on here first. Just pop the pin in my glue because I don't need that anymore. I'm going to put my gems in here. So I'm actually using the iridescent rhinestones, basic ones, and I'm using the tiniest ones out of the set. And I put one in the centre of every one of these flowers. Come on, get in the middle of that flower, you. That's it. Come on, get on there. Okay, that's all my flowers done. Let me pop that out of the way. Let's pop these rest of these flowers into that container. And we'll now pop a couple of dimensionals onto our bird. So I'm going to put one big one up by his head and then one small one down here on this one, because I'm going to pop him behind here, so we don't want anything under his tail. And then the other one I will put a little bit up here and another small one down by his feet. And he can go just up here as if he's standing on that perch. And the other bird's just waiting. Well, what do you think? I've got some of those Hershey's Kisses in my fridge indoors, because I do this in my shed, that I brought back from Singapore with me, which would fit in there beautifully. So when I photograph it, I will actually fill that with the Hershey's Kisses, so you can see what you think. If you've enjoyed today's project, and I hope you have, it's a little bit different to what I normally do, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, as I'd love to hear from you. If you would like to know more about this, head down here, right down the bottom here, to Di's Den for Stamping, Crafting and Tutorials. There you will find my written tutorial for this, which will be making sure you've got this country birdhouse set, or if you've got something similar, you might be able to do it with that. Now this measures roughly 4 inches. Let me do it from the back, it's easier to measure. 3 3/4 inches in height, and the width across the top here, which is the widest part, is just 3 1/4 inches. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a lovely idea, really pretty little box, and it makes a change from our normal little boxes. Now that's something like that with a little gift card would look so nice to give to somebody who's not feeling very well. So I hope you've enjoyed today's project, and I will see about maybe making a nice gift card to go with this as a next project. Let me see what I can do. Okie dokie, we'll see you next time. Bye for now.